All right. So I was. I'm not even gonna say what I was doing. I came to an epiphany. I'm breaking up with myself.
What?
That's right. I'm no more hand for me. I am not.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
I am talking about what you think I'm talking about. I am done jacking off. I am done beating it. No more beating my meat. I'm being abstinent from myself. It's a personal choice.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm gonna regret asking this next question though. I'm already regretting it now.
Everybody keep on asking me, what's your swag sign? What's your swag sign? What's your
Let me know when you're ready.
I like that a lot. What do you think?
This is Spartan 117, Master Chief,
And Cortana.
and you're checking out Wollie Mopped Gaming. Chief out.
What's going on? We've obviously had a show before the show. It's Wollie Mopped episode number 88.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a solo. We actually haven't just been me and you know we've actually had the rotating chair.
Yeah, the
pretty
rotating
good. You know what I mean?
Chairs,
actually.
Chairs.
Some of them are broken.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are breaking.
We won't have to worry about me breaking the chair anymore.
No, we kind of fixed that
Yeah,
problem.
yes. Well, I only broke one chair, and that was just because you got these plastic ass chairs. So.
Now we have a couch
Yep. And
at a
then
dinner table. You know what I want to do?
the three bigger guys have all broken chairs. I'm not a big guy. I'm not like an overly big guy.
But
For
you're
my
bigger
size.
than me.
Yeah, I'm bigger than you. So I broke a chair. Then the two brothers
Currently.
and the two brothers have broken chairs.
What I want to do is I want to get a table that's lowered and just get couches all around. I was thinking like
That'd be pretty dope.
I was thinking to myself like you know how you get like you go to a restaurant and like and you got like these little booths and everything like that and stuff, and especially when you go to a pizza place or something like that,
yeah.
and it's like a round thing, and I was
Yeah.
like, yo, why can't we just have that?
Why not?
Like at a table, all you would need to do is have this table lowered and get couches that go around, and that way we can have more people sitting at the table.
Sounds good to me. Also we probably need an office too. So Red K, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get the essence of the game because it ain't shit. I mean, it's a great game.
Why are you trying to figure it out if it ain't shit though?
Because I want to know why the fans of Tekken aren't like going like. I want to know what is it about Tekken that's just turning people off. Like
and the conclusion you've come to so far.
Well, at first I didn't like, and everybody that plays Tekken, we were talking about this earlier, they explain how Tekken is and how technical it is and how it's real fighting and how basically, you know, all the moves you have and everything. What they don't tell you is basically Tekken, when you boil it down, is about long combos, getting pop-ups and off the ground combos, and to link long combos into other long combos, and getting wall splats to continue long combos. You know, you get they break the ground sometime, and you go downstairs or whatever the case is to continue more combos. So basically, it's a cat and mouse game to see who's going to flinch, so you can get the pop up or the wall bounce or the ground bounce, so you can do a long combo. Nobody that's ever played Tekken has ever explained that to me. And since I'm a big like Virtua Fighter fan and I play Virtua Fighter a lot, I'm playing Tekken like I would play Virtua Fighter or a Soul Calibur or a Soul Edge. You know what I'm saying? Not really just getting my hits in, not knowing that my hit could transfer into like 50 to 70% damage if I get the combo off right. You know what I mean? And it took me like a long time to figure that out. I was watching Evo. I was watching Tekken 7 Evo. Shout out to Punko, wrecking shop, getting fucking third place and shit. And
who is he playing with though?
Akuma. But still, he's playing Tekken with him though. You know what I mean? But regardless of that, I mean, like, and so people that play Tekken, I was like, yo, I shitted on Tekken so hard last week, like I usually do. I was like, yo, I want to understand the game to see why people like it so much. You know what I mean? Because what I see right now is just not impressive. You know what I mean? It's not like you're not highlighting the best parts of the game. When you look at Street Fighter, There's fucking Ryu or Ken doing a Hadouken, like a super Hadouken.
Yeah.
The super combos are highlighted, whatever cases. They don't highlight what's good about Tekken, which is the long combos. And linking the long combos together into longer combos. You know what I mean? And after getting that, I was like, oh man, I understand why moves are like they are and everything like that. And like there's a tier of moves. There's like the regular moves that you do. There's like the setups, and then the setups into longer combos. And when you get into higher competition, it's more apparent. But it still took me a long time because nobody talks about it. There's no lingo. There's no like the Tekken community isn't hype about the Tekken community, and I don't know why. But my goal is to get into Tekken 7. There's a lot of cool things that got this slow motion slow down for your last hit. You don't know who's gonna win, so you're sitting there like, who the fuck got the last hit off? But it happens in slow motion. And I was telling you, they're doing this thing, and like they go in slow motion and nobody hits each other, and then they go back in slow motion for the second hit, and then somebody wins or whatever. So it's really, really cool. There's some there's the rage mode that was actually in Tekken Tag, which I didn't know. So the rage mode was in there, and that's basically when you see that blue or that red, like,
yep.
That actually is a signal that you can get like extra hits now.
It's kind of like X Factor.
Yeah,
in VC3.
And you can
kind of like for
you can
all those people. It's not like it's a similar concept.
And you can basically forgo all that and do like a special move now. If you can get it off, because you can whiff the special move pretty hard and get punished.
Yes, you can.
And every punish in Tekken is depending on if you can get the combo off, is pretty significant. So like it makes you think about characters differently when you're picking characters. Like now you're looking for what character has the best setup, what character has the most pop-ups, ground bounces, OTG combos. You know what I mean? These things that I didn't even really know was in the game. Like I saw it, but I never really. That's the thing about me. When I'm playing fighting games or I'm playing like football or basketball, whatever the case is, I understand the rules of the game, which makes me more hype about the game. You know, like because I know what happened.
Yeah. Well.
And when I'm looking at Tekken, I'm just looking at.
Like I said before, for you, what you usually end up doing, you see something that's really, really cool in the game, but you don't understand the concept of the game. As soon as you pick your favorite characters based off the cool shit that you see.
Yeah.
But as soon as you find out like
the actual mechanics
and
and
stuff like that, you're like, this character is probably not that good. I like this character because this character can do ABC based off of the mechanics of the game.
Like how I want to play the game.
Yeah.
And like I just wish that Tekken has some kind of way where it could showcase the good of Tekken more easily than just because Tekken looks like it's been the same game for years. You know what I mean? But even we're at 7. We're at the 7th iteration of the game, and longer than that if you add the tags and the PS whatever Vita games and things like that. But I'm like, still not. You go to combo videos, right?
Right.
And the combo videos don't even like really tell you what's going on. They just kind of expect you to know. And like, is that because like we're behind a paywall? Like, you know, like the like
the Tekken paywall.
Yeah, like not even a paywall, but like just like a gatekeeper. Like the people who know at the tech and the knowledge of the game don't want to tell other people and don't want to expand the game because it's their thing.
Well, I mean,
weeaboo type stuff, you know?
That's awful. That's awful when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Weeaboo type shit. Wow, really?
Like, yeah, it's our stuff. We don't want anybody to have it because it's cool.
Well, do you see that in a lot of fighting games, though? I mean, the higher up players for all this stuff. I mean, because especially now that we need new blood. We need new blood.
I mean, Ares. If you ask me to name a Tekken player, and Ares isn't even a Tekken player. He's a personality. He's the one that calls everybody Lord so and so, Lord so and so, and he's like, yeah, we're taking the Combo City or Feet City. You know, he's always talking about something about Suplex City, whatever the case is. And like, name a Tekken player. Name a Tekken player.
I can. It was sad as I like Tekken, but I cannot name a Tekken player. Punk, punk. I mean,
Funko is probably the most famous,
but
and he's not a Tekken
player though. He's not a Tekken player. He's not a Tekken player. and you know it. I know it. That's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's a wolf. No, that's my pet. That's my pet sheep. Like, no, that's a fucking wolf.
So I'm gonna get into Tekken. I want to really see if we can get this. This is my last try. this is my last try. I want to see if we can really get, especially when Tekken 7 comes out in the States early 2017. I want to see what the internet's like. If Tekken has really good like net code, you know what I mean, in a Namco game, not NetherRealm. But and I really want to see if we can get some players playing Tekken that really want to play, man, and like really, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just. But anyways, besides Tekken, because I can go in, because Tekken just confuses me as a game, and a game and a fandom, kind of perplexes me. But besides Tekken, I've been playing more of Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm probably going to finally finish it. Been using a couple cheats to buy all the stuff that I want to buy and stuff like that.
Cheater.
But like,
it's that time of the year, though. I mean, pumpkin is the thing.
Yeah.
Cheater, pumpkin eater. You know.
And sweet potato, I suppose. But
I never was a big pumpkin pie fan.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I was raised in the South.
Yeah, sweet
potato pie.
Yeah.
No pecans. I hate pecan.
I can pick them. They're good.
I don't like pecans.
Mom makes a bomb pecan pie, man. Not like her cookies, if you know that story. But like, so I've been getting to the end of it. I'm pretty sure that I don't have too much more of the actual story to go. I'm probably like at the end of the story, but I'm fighting all these dragons now. So I'm going back and I've killed like 4 dragons. There's still like, as I know right now, there's 1, 2, 3 dragons that I know where they are, that I can go fight, and I'm pretty sure there's more. But I've killed 4 dragons already, and there's a couple more that I need to go fight. And I could probably end the story if I really wanted to. I could probably end the story this weekend.
Cool.
And it's still really good.
Okay.
Yeah, and people have done a lot of playthroughs, but I mean, I've spent a lot of time on this game, and I got all the secrets, and like I'm like super completionist right now on the game. So
well, hey, that's good because that's a lot of games.
But then there's like the DLC, which is like a whole nother 2 maps and everything like that. So I want to get to that and everything. But the actual main game, it's really interesting. My team is really interesting. The spells and the upper magic stuff is really interesting. The secret, like there's one, I'm being a rogue because I always go rogue when I do games like this for the first playthrough. I let the other mages and everything, their stories are usually more interesting. Even though you could have nothing but rogues on your team. I got 9 or 10 people on my squad of 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can pick. So maybe I'll do like all mages and me, or I'll do like all warriors and me and stuff like that. And I got this one move basically where I throw a knife, right? And the knife is like Final Fantasy 7. Like I throw the knife and like when it hits, like mirages of me appear around the enemy and just cutting them like and then I can come as the mirages are killing them and hit them too at the same time.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a couple new. There's this really cool mage, and I could do it with one of my rogues. I speed up time. So I do something, and like for like a period of time, I'm faster than everything around me. So I can straight like the Flash on that ass and just like, and I'm like doing my staff. I'm like hitting him. I can probably get like 6 or 7 hits in before time like goes back to being what it is or whatever the case is. And you can combine powers, so I could do like time warp with one character, be in the time bubble, and then click around all my other characters and do moves really quick with them too. And it's just really cool.
Sounds like a lot of strategy is involved.
Yeah, there's that. You got that top-down mode where you can like click a button, press it, stop, and have everybody in your team do something and do it at the same time, or whatever the case is. And you can make people go where you want them to go and everything. It's very XCOM-y at some certain points.
Okay.
But when you're fighting a dragon, like I usually let my guys go do other stuff, and I take control of the mage, and I'll be back like reviving people and stuff like that, and like hitting them with fireballs and everything like that. And there's this really cool thing you could do with the mage, because you know the dragon or whatever will try to kill the mage, because that way you can't revive people and stuff. What I'll do is hit one of the buttons which makes the mage run faster, and like just runs up. So usually your run is like this, and then we hit the button, it's like, and you just go around the side, and you like, and you're over here now, as when you were running like this. So like if the fireball's coming at you, it's like, oh shit,
and just run away.
like it's
Pretty dope.
It's really dope. Like I said, the warrior has some shit where like I got this one move where he fucking strikes the ground with you, and then like a earthquake like happens, and like fire spurts up from the ground.
I'm really hesitant to play
It will.
Dragon Age because I don't. If it's like a strategic MMO, and I'm like, I just want to play MMO.
It's not like the other Dragon Ages.
Right.
This
I
is
feel you.
This is its own thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
You've seen me play it a couple of times, right? Cases, but the way it is now is. I mean, I got it when it came out, kinda, but I just let it fall by the wayside. Not because the game is bad, by no means. I just kind of just stopped playing it because there's so many other games to play at the moment. But yeah, really enjoying Dragon Age. I might do a couple Let's Plays of just killing some dragons. Not actually the game itself, but just like, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows about the game and except for me. But that's what I've been playing. But that, and just the new radio station and all that good stuff. Hot 94.1. Daytona's new
Shout out.
What about yourself?
I beat the Warriors.
Nice.
It's on the book of faces. Wow, not that website. It'll be on the YouTube.
There will be something on the Book of Faces.
Yeah, but you can definitely find it on the Book of Faces on my.
Hey, if you're on the Book of Faces or the YouTube, man, go when you're watching our videos. Three friends.
Yeah, just hey,
watch it with three
send
friends.
Send it to your friends.
If you see something cool, man, like let them know.
Hey, yeah,
trying to get our subscribers up.
You want us to make content? Well, show us that you like us by letting other people understand that we're cool too.
Don't keep us to yourself. Don't keep us.
Yeah,
I know we're the best kept secret.
You. Yeah, but
don't keep us a secret.
Yeah,
that might not have been the best thing to name.
Yeah, you got a point there. Time to change.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
But but that'll be on the YouTube page. You go check that out, and I'm pretty sure Will's making up some new songs that he can
songs.
Some new songs that you can sing along to and whatever.
I don't think I did any songs for the last 2 times, but I got I'm gonna be playing Shantae here soon. I was actually thinking.
Did you finish Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I beat that like a couple weeks ago. Also, I don't know if I said it last time, but I beat Deus Ex. Did I say it?
Yeah, we talked about Deus Ex.
We talked
about how much you liked it.
Yeah,
but then was like
the ending.
The ending.
Yeah. So all right, I talked about that. I'll be playing probably a Child of Light as well with.
That's another game that I haven't finished.
I'm gonna record a playthrough of Child of Light. I haven't even started it yet. It's
probably.
I gotta do Transistor. I got tons of games.
Oh man, I really want to play Transistor. That's probably the one PlayStation game that I really want.
So I got that.
Child of Light. I played through probably a third of the game and I haven't went back to it. When I did go back, I was like, I don't remember anything. It plays just like I forget the game. Just came back out a little while ago. Another RPG from like Sega Dreamcast days.
That doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Dreamcast.
Ah man, but it's a good game. It's a good game. But Child of Light's a good game too.
Yeah.
The traversal and if you like cutesy stuff, so you're gonna be like just.
I love cutesy stuff.
Oh
like, my god, I haven't played anything cutesy. I need something cutesy.
This is it.
I need something good and cutesy. It can't just be like, look at the tiny bunny rabbits that are up. Like, no, I need something that is cutesy and fun to play. God damn it.
We can always finish Tales from the Borderlands.
That's not cutesy. That's adorable, but not cutesy. but we do need to finish it because we gotta. After that, we gotta get on next, right?
Yeah, man. But this Child of Light will be right up your alley, and the combat is actually pretty tough, surprisingly.
I definitely got to play that. And I downloaded Star Trek Online.
Me too.
I already had.
I didn't play it.
I had an account on PC that I was playing on actually Mac.
They updated the graphics and everything. Like
yeah,
that.
It looks really good. So much better.
And you get to be on like the bridge and everything and stuff. So.
I played through I played through a good little bit on my PC. I was a Black Vulcan. find me, Lone Vulcan 342.
Okay.
Lone Vulcan 342 on Star Trek Online. So this time I'm gonna make a Betazoid. Betazoids are I chose a Betazoid for a very good reason. Betazoids are a humanoid race that has the ability of extreme empathy, where they can actually like feel emotions and like discern things. In Next Generation, Deanna Troi was half Betazoid, half human.
Okay, yeah.
So she has the ability to be able to discern like certain things off of people, feel their emotions, stuff like that, because she has an empath ability.
Sleep with the captain.
Yeah, and did she sleep? I don't remember if she slept with the captain. I don't think she slept with the captain.
They were like,
No, she slept with. She was the love interest for number one. Number one, man. Number one. Number one. Yes, she was love interest for number one. I was like, the captain. I didn't have number one.
Yeah,
she was Riker's like love interest, but they're empaths. They're really really cool. So I was like, why not make a Betazoid race instead of the Vulcan like I did last time for my PC or my Mac version. So and it's actually really really fun. Space combat is difficult as shit, especially like some of the raids. Like in the Next Generation, I believe they had like this crystal monster that was like really super powerful. You can fight that in this, and it's like crazy because supposedly continuity wise, this takes place like after a lot of the events of the Next Generation movies.
Okay.
The new movies that came out is a reboot, literally, in a sense. Like they went back to the original the original Star Trek stuff, and like Kirk. They're changing Kirk and changing stuff up. If I'm not mistaken, the time frame between original series and Next Generation is about
20 years?
70 years. Yeah, it's 70 years. 70. The Enterprise that's in Next Generation is the NCC 1701D.
Damn.
There were 2 more iterations of the Enterprise before
they got
in between
Patrick Stewart,
Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard, and Kirk,
yeah.
Professor X. So this is years after that.
Yeah, that's right, because in the Enterprise movie, they go back and like Kirk's cutting logs or whatever.
That he was in the Nexus.
Yeah,
that was Generations.
Yeah.
Generations was like, you've been gone for like 70 years. Well, he's like, I've been here like the entire time, and it's like, what?
And Kirk in his own Kirk way is just like, whatever. Yeah, Priceline.
That was such a sad movie because it was sad to see Kirk die like that. But like, you had all the movies and stuff like that. But it was 70 years in between the original series and Next Generations, give or take. So this is after all of the Next Generation movies and some of the comic book stuff. Like after that, after a lot of the stuff, Geordi became his own had captain of his own ship, and he has eyes now too.
Wow.
He doesn't have the visor anymore. He had he had like surgical implants that gave him like bionic eyes.
That's wow.
Data like dies, then comes back, then as B4, and then they implant all of Data's memories into B4, and Data becomes a captain himself.
Wow.
Yeah, Jean-Luc kind of like takes a backseat for a while because he didn't want to become an admiral, kind of like Kirk didn't want to become an admiral, but Kirk died anyway. Unless in this new continuity they make it where he becomes admiral because everything's all topsy-turvy. It is good.
The new one.
It is good.
The newest one.
I enjoyed it. I'm a Star Trek fan, as you can tell.
You don't say.
I am a Star Trek fan. A lot of people are like, you're not a Star Trek fan because I'm not like overly like on Star Trek's dick constantly.
I mean, after the lady had the Wookiee mask,
that's you son of a bitch. As a nerd, you don't do that to me.
I should have said Chewbacca mask instead of Wookiee. That makes me that just when I say Wookiee, everybody knows that I'm joking when I say Wookiee.
Yeah, you gotta say Chewbacca mask.
Then I'd have been
no, you should have that Han Solo mask, and I'd be like, it's fun. It's just a fun movie. It's still, I liked seeing from the first movie to now, seeing how
The little
Kirk,
tweaks.
no, how all of them have like grown,
Yeah.
and like how they've like matured as characters
It's
and
the
stuff like
flashpoint
that.
of Star Trek.
Yeah, but except there's no going back.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, and that was the last movie that your boy was in, Anton Yelchin was in,
but you got messed up
and
with Jeep,
and dude, he
really
was so bad, dude.
Yeah.
He had so many parts
Yeah.
as I was about to say Sulu as Chekhov in this movie. Like he was badass through that like entire movie, like helping like Kirk freaking shoot shit, and it was really cool. But yeah. Anyways, I downloaded Star Trek Online. That happened, and I'm actually thinking about downloading Injustice 1 so I can get on that tech.
I'm
wearing this really badass glow in the dark Injustice 2 shirt.
It's really badass. I've actually I've always had, because my PS4 is the fighting game machine.
Mm-hmm.
I started going back over some Nightwing tech, but I'm really feeling like Nightwing's not going to be in the game.
I really hope they keep Nightwing. I hope they have the same. I hope they have the same original cast and then add on to it.
I don't think Nightwing.
Except for if they're gonna have, I don't know, because he doesn't play like Deathstroke.
You know how they were so Batman centric on the first game?
Yeah, I think they're trying to back off from
And
that.
then they're gonna be more like Flash centric and
Well,
Arrow centric.
If they, well, I don't know, because technically
movies.
Deathstroke's not an Arrow villain.
Or I mean, but if you go by the continuity of the TV shows.
Yeah, but. Oh, come on, they added Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle's not in any shit
But
right
if
now,
they
so.
have Deathstroke and Nightwing in the same game, I want to see what that clash is going to be like.
I would like to see Deathstroke and Nightwing, because with the team, because they're doing it based off the comics. If they have like a clash and it talks about like like I trained you better than the Teen Titans, you'll never be better than my master, and then they go, and then
and if you look at the comments, like Deathstroke is really a Nightwing villain.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
well, I mean Teen Titans, man. He was a big Titan. He was a big part of the Titans as a villain, as well as like he like trained like a lot of the Titans as their leader for a while. So I mean, he's pretty dope. But Atrocitus, I want to play as. I want to see how Flash plays this time. I hope Green. Arrows.
I can't wait to see I can't wait to see what kind of toys Flash has.
I think if Atrocitus is in the game, you're gonna have Green Lantern. But I'm wondering if they'll choose. I want Kyle. You
think so?
I want Kyle. I don't want Hal. Hal is like so played out and stuff. Like they could just let Kyle take a back seat. Dude, I don't want to see Guy. I don't want to see John. I want to see Kyle.
I would like a John skin though. They did the John skin with the guy.
It's that's Phil Lamar is his name. God, nerd.
So didn't he? Never mind. I was gonna do another joke, but
don't you do anything. He's been
good.
Samurai Jack. he's been a little bit of everybody. I mean, Jesus Christ, he was Static Shock.
The UPS boy in Mad TV.
I can't hate you for that, because I loved him being a friend. Dude, I love Mad TV. Hey, you want to go? You want to go? Yeah, I'm going to deliver this package. I'm going to go. Hey, we're having a good day? Dude, oh my God. We have let this drag on too long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stories that you should have heard of.
The only really story that's out right now, besides the we'll get to the Blitz, which is going to be all sports ball. Resident Evil 7.
RE7.
Wow.
Welcome to the family, son.
This show has really been off the rails, but we saw some Resident Evil. We got at TGS last week.
Welcome to the family, son.
And it's weird. It is first person.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely riding the coattails of
that
Kojima's
and VR.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
VR.
But let's talk about what we watched it right in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Supposedly the story.
You have a gun, kinda-ish?
Yeah. Supposedly the story is during the whole Raccoon City outbreak.
Oh, we're going
supposedly.
back here.
Yeah, it's supposedly during the Raccoon City, or a little bit before the Raccoon City outbreak.
Well, apparently there's a family. It's really Chainsaw Texas Massacre-ish, in the fact there's a family, and at one point you're there's a lot of Phantom Pain shit going on. This guy that's on fire is beating your ass at one point, and at one point like you're strapped to a table where this family looks like a family, I guess, is eating intestines from people, I suppose, and
it's just like chitlins, only
people.
people.
Peopleins.
People. Ugh. I don't. Can we call it something else? We have to detach the people part to make it edible. Okay.
But anyways, it seems like the daughter, I guess, is gonna marry you or something in this backwoods kind of place. He's like, Daddy, he didn't need it. Well, she didn't call him Daddy, but she was like, I made it for him and he didn't need it.
Was that? I thought that was the mom.
I don't know. I thought that was like the daughter.
I thought it was the mom, and that.
I made it for him and he didn't need it. And
I hate you, you're son of a bitch. I'm like, oh shit.
And then the brothers like get stabbed in the hand, and his hand goes fucking up. And he's like, oh, not again. Mm-hmm. It's some really
not a that's the weird thing. It was like not a she like hacked into that guy like the kid's arm
and like broke his fucking
like I don't know, like severed like something. He's just like, oh, not again, like not again.
No screaming, just
not again. That happens.
It was weird to say the least. It was unlike any Resident Evil game that I ever played. And then I guess the guy shoves a knife in your throat.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you were talking about the VR.
Yeah, they're setting up the stuff basically for VR, so that you can actually experience this game with a lot of the like if you want to have the headset and stuff like that. I do not know how exactly it plays, but I know that they're really gearing it up for VR. What I'm curious about is if it's going to be all first person, or if they're actually gonna have a third person mode or whatever like that. Like, can you switch between the two?
And like we played,
it seems like this game is like heavily like you gotta play it in third person or in first person.
It's very what was the game that got canceled with Del Toro? And
was Silent Hills with an S.
It seems very Silent Hills, even though I did see you cock a gun back one time.
Yeah, well.
And then get your shit
I think you're gonna have I think you are gonna have weapons, but Daddy Deers did not give a fuck. I'm wondering if
they look really ineffective.
I'm wondering if he's like a proto tyrant.
I mean, cause he grabbed your ass out the car with the seatbelt on.
No, the first thing you see him do is like bust through a wall. He's just like, and I was like, oh, and then welcome to the family,
straight
son.
Batman,
hits you in the freaking head with like a shovel, like
couple times,
beating you with
and then he's on
fire
a shovel. At one point, you're
in a car trying to get away. He just grabs you through the window, just And then he's in the car. The car like blows up on fire. He just walks out of the car.
He wants to kill you. He wants to I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. I'm actually yeah.
I mean, if Capcom, if you wanted us to confuse the shit out of us, you could succeed.
Good job.
So Resident Evil 2017 release date, I believe. Mm-hmm. And we will be weirded out at that point. I don't think there's any co-op.
No, I don't think so either. I think they're really trying to go old school Resident Evil. You are by yourself. Yeah. You don't have any help.
Yeah.
Not an actiony game. Like even with all of the because I have not played 5, but I did play the Leon story for 6 and
you didn't play 5?
Yeah, I did not play 5.
5 was like a refined 4.
It's like an action, but it was more action.
It was very much more action.
Yeah.
But I mean the mechanics that was in 4
were still in 5.
And more refined, and it was
except
cool.
for the I think in both of those games you had to stand still while you're firing your gun.
Yeah.
6 they took that out.
But you can like do like a swipe move, like a knife move.
6 you can move while you're firing.
Even though it was an action game, the cool part about that story, as if you played most of the Resident Evils or any Resident Evils, Chris Redfield, unlike Leon and like a couple other people, like
it's ridiculously jacked.
Ridiculously jacked, yeah. And I mean, there's a conclusion with Wesker, and
Chris.
And
that's for you, Chris.
And what's Redfield's sister name? Claire.
Claire, yeah, Claire Redfield.
There's a conclusion with Claire and everything like that and stuff, and like a lot of stuff gets concluded, but Chris Redfield is not the same Chris Redfield that you met in. I mean, because he's jacked, but and like he's had a whole like life after Raccoon City, right?
Yeah.
And he's like some other. You could tell the growth from the last time you saw him and now.
You see that same thing with Leon for 4, because he's like the bodyguard for like the president of the United States, and 5 Chris is the BSAA, the Biohazard blah 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 association or whatever.
Yeah, he's with them in 4 too, but like you said, he's the leader of an entirely different non-American
6. He's a part of that too. He's but he like took a back seat because he like lost an entire squad.
And 6 he kind of like is going through like
drunk.
I'll never leave anybody again.
Yeah, he won't know he's a drunk, and what the other player character like finds him is like, oh, you used to be Chris Redfield, da da da, and try to get him to like get out of his funk.
Yeah,
and Chris then proceeds to like work out for like a month straight, no sleep or something like that, and get back to a super jacked form.
I played everything except for the. I played both of those story modes, and I played Chris and I played Leon's.
I played Leon's. I played part of the way through Chris, and I was like, these controls are garbage. Yeah. I'm not playing this. Yeah. And I didn't touch Jake's because I was like, Wesker's kid.
A little bit of Jake, yeah. I wanted to do some cool stuff.
The Leon story was really, really cool, and I feel what they were trying to do with the whole horror aspect, but it was just like, I have a friend with me. I don't really feel that horror aspect. But then again, I don't like horror games, so I'd be like, nope, not playing this shit.
You're like, but it's perfect for me.
But I can understand like there's no feeling of horror, because I mean I felt the same way with Dead Space. With Dead Space, Dead Space 2. I played Dead Space 2. I played all the Dead Spaces, but Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3, I enjoyed a little bit more than Dead Space 1 for my own personal reasons. But I can definitely feel like, oh my god,
Dead Space 3.
Dead Space. Well, I didn't. Yeah, Dead Space
2 was the sweet spot.
Yeah, because it gave you more dialogue for Isaac. He's actually like you're like he's talking and stuff like that, so you understand where he's at,
and his just like slip into psychosis, and
it's like a horror game but with the action scenes.
It's a horror game, but it's also suspense. It's also like
there were moments in that game where I was just like, holy shit. But the first game was the first game was all just like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. Like they took out the entire thing with the necromorphs where you stomp on. You have to like make sure they're dead before you get close to them, because they might pop back up. You know when they're dead in the second one.
But all I'll say is, if you haven't played it, the eye. And when you have to, and when you realize you're in control and have to do it yourself,
you do. Oh, you know how I am with my eyes, because of my bad experience, dude.
And I fucked it up the first time.
I fucked it up like 3 times.
I was like, no.
I felt so bad for Isaac. I fucked it up so many times. But the eye part,
I was like, what do you want me to do? I don't understand.
As bad as the eye part was, the freaking regenerating freaking necromorph, the ubermorph,
that
like
just
kept chasing after you right after that part.
Was like keep on cutting it down, and it was still.
Well, you can kill it. It's hard to kill it, but you can. When you're right before you get to the final part for the boss, there's a fan. You dodge past it, and you use one of the force shooting weapons, and you knock him into the fan. It chops him up, and he doesn't chase you anymore. But it's hard to do, and you'll probably get yourself killed trying to do it. I ran like a and since I was playing on the game on a higher difficulty, and I didn't upgrade my weapons properly, which was stupid. Yeah, because you really should just focus on the plasma cutter.
You really need them.
I had so much trouble beating the final boss.
Like, oh really?
Oh my god! Like that entire thing in his head. That was a good boss fight too. It was a good boss fight, but and Ellie.
Yeah,
she was cool. She's such a cool character. Hot, but cool character.
And then there's that.
And then in the third game, he does something in between the second and the third game to fuck that all up, and then she hooks up with like another asshole.
There's a deep cut in the second game.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, not again, not again.
Yeah. And it's just like, no. She's like, what? And you're just like,
And in real life, you go.
Yeah, that's what I was. It was just like, oh, sweet baby Jesus. He's like, at the
Like, you better be real.
The
You better be
spoiler,
real, bitch.
spoiler. At the end of the first game, you figure out that Nicole, the woman who is was
girlfriend.
Isaac's girlfriend, has been helping you the entire time. You find out she's been dead the entire time. You see her like thing where she kills herself before you even get there. She's dead. So at the end of the game, you beat the final boss. Isaac like gets onto the ship and he's relaxed. He's trying to fucking just takes off his helmet. He's looking around, making sure all the controls right, and he like looks confused for a second. Slow turns, and then Nicole's just bloodied face, white eyes, right in his face. Credits in. It's like holy shit. So they play off of that in the second game. You make it into the ship with Ellie, who just got her eye popped out by a screwdriver,
and saved you.
And
with
saved
the
you
ship.
with the ship because you just gave up after you beat the final boss. You just fucking were just like I'm just dead. I give up. I got nothing left. Saves you. You fly up. Get into the ship, you sit down, credits roll, and you see Isaac sitting on the ship. He's got the helmet off. He's kind of like fucking like, oh my god, that was crazy. And then he's like, you see that look on his face, like, oh no. And he starts slow turn, and it pans to Ellie, and she's like, looks at him like, what? And then it ends. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, I did not want that to happen. I would have been so mad. I would have been mad. And then 3 was a game.
Yeah.
And that you can't really get the full experience of unless you play with somebody, which takes from the experience.
But you do kill Ellie's boyfriend, so that's
you do.
And I really enjoyed that.
And that doesn't help anything because you figure out about they need to make a Dead Space 4, but they need to get it right. They need to kind of go back and get it right. But you probably won't see that because the team that made it is making like other shit now.
Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
should be awesome.
right.
Should be awesome actually. In any case, sports ball is a thing. And Tony's not here to talk about it, but he's going to really make wish he was. So we're going to talk about sports ball.
In more sad news.
Coming up next in the Blitz. So in the Blitz, we got a bunch of sports games, the sports balls. We do the sports ball around here. Matter of fact, we have a couple of Madden. We did some test run-throughs of Madden. Loneliest Wolf was on one of those. Me and Tony was on one of those. Yeah. Where...
Yep.
The instant replay didn't work so great for me and Tony.
And I got my ass
by a noob.
But he was playing on rookie and I was
and
playing
all
on
Madden.
all pro. I was playing on all pro. So
yeah, so
all
like,
Madden.
yeah,
So it was like every time I would do like a good run, I would get like smashed. It's like, oh, the ball's gone. So, but excuses. I still lost. So
Madden, we was a pretty positive review. All things spoken for the last time I played Madden. You said there weren't that many new features.
It still felt like Madden. Like they did have a lot of new features that were like compared to like old stuff, but it still felt like Madden. Like the run mechanic felt weird.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can hit somebody and keep like.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but I mean like run mechanic, like the tackle mechanics are like feel
there was
funny.
no weight to it.
No,
yeah.
It felt like
Yeah.
I was hitting even with like heavy hits. It just felt like there was just
yeah.
all the energy would just go
and
elsewhere.
the same thing would happen like even if somebody barely touches you, you're like
automatically like I'm falling.
Yeah.
Like it's like
That
as soon as
ragdoll
they
effect.
touch,
Yeah.
it's ragdoll,
Yeah.
and you can get stuck on your blockers like.
And the same thing will happen, yeah. So
God, it's so bad.
So we did have a positive view for Madden though, for the most part. 2K is out right now, and people are really loving that. They've got the Spike Lee do the right thing basketball version of the career mode is not there this time. I believe they got another career mode now, which is more adjacent to like years in the past. But you still get to like modify your team, your court, your player, and everything like that. And you got the head coaching office and stuff. And basically, it's just the best basketball game out right now. Live is kind of like
dead.
Yeah.
Live died when they tried to make Elite, and that shit was garbage. And then they decided we're bringing it back.
At least the name
and
recognition is there.
2K's like, ha ha ha, peasant.
It's like
I am the king here.
It's like it's really a passing of the throne to Live to 2K. I guess that's when you could say like stuff like 2K had the football game that they were doing really good with, and then they did really good one year, and then Madden was like, nah, we're just gonna buy all rights to the NFL, and just locked us up. So we were the only basketball game out there. And
Well, they tried to do that with NBA, and we saw how that worked out.
yeah, but they didn't have the superior product at the time either. So yeah, 2K.
Well, now they have the only product for Madden. Nobody else can make an NFL game.
And you know, competition is negative for everything, right? it doesn't push you to. Nothing's gonna push you. Like when you're competing against your own in-house people,
Yeah,
everybody wins. There's no risk.
There's no risk. There's no losing.
When you have another outside company,
that is the problem that
we had
EA.
2K, we had Game Day, we had Fever.
Yeah,
at one
Fever.
point.
What was the
Tecmo
Extreme? Did you play Extreme? I did. I think I was playing over at
I even played like the Zombie Bowl or whatever it was. I forget what it's called.
Mutant
League or something like that.
Yeah, Mutant League Football or whatever. I remember NFL Extreme friggin' Tony P and King Legacy, may God rest his soul because he is no longer alive on the on this podcast.
If anybody sees him,
yeah,
tell him to say hi.
They had the demo for NFL Extreme, and oh my god, the demo. Hey man, the demo was fun. I got to play the game like later on, but they had the demo for that stuff. I remember one time I was running up the field, and they had like the turbo button made you leave like a fire trail behind you, and you could do fucking front flips. I was running on the field, they tried to dive me, front flip. I was like
right over him.
And then I started running again, another person, front flip. Running down the field, front flip again, touchdown. I was like, "What?
It was
this
like
game
Blitz
is amazing."
It was like Blitz with everything in it.
Oh my god, and Blitz, dude.
NFL Streets.
NFL Street was. I didn't really like Street that much because cool. Blitz was better.
Blitz was way better.
Blitz was better. Like First Blitz was really really good, and then I did play Blitz League 1 and 2. Blitz, I just like freaking get my guy because everybody would get injured because that was like the big thing with me. Yeah. So they would get hit and it would show like their like tendons tearing or like the bones breaking.
But the cool thing you could like back pass. You could do a lateral.
Yep.
And then the person in the way back, you just launch it.
Yep.
And then like you would like catch on fire too if you caught 3 passes in a row.
That was not what I liked about Blitz League. What I liked about Blitz League was you could juice up your players after they got injured, and it was just like, I'm gonna fix you up, buddy, and like fucking flick the needle and like inject them, and they're just like, and they just get back in the game.
If we only knew how real to actual NFL life that actually was.
Like it's okay in the game, but like real life, like don't.
But they were doing the exact same thing. They were like,
he's injured. Just give him a little bit of the juice.
This is really like real life. This is a simulation for real. And ever since
they were like so angry. Like there was one of the cutscenes, like the crowd were like the players sitting on a bench, and the crowd were like throwing like trash and stuff in the field, and like a cup with him in the back of the head. He'd be like, son of it. He grabs his helmet and like slings it into the stands. It's like, holy shit! Like this game is like insane.
Basketball.
Oh my god, it's awesome. No, they just would like go up there and fight people. Buddy.
Speaking of simulators, also Forza Horizon 2, is it 2 came out, and it's got a damn near perfect score everywhere I look. 9.5, 9.7, 9.7, 9.5, like all across the board basically. If you like racing games, and if you don't like it, I had the demo we were playing a little while ago, and I was talking about how I was racing this chopper.
Yeah.
And I was kind of losing it with my nitros. I went under a bridge. He went over the bridge, and when I came out, he was like behind me, but he came up to me and was like, had the bright lights shining. The weather effects are amazing. You're in Australia, and it's the outback for real. So,
yeah.
I kind of wish
some like junglish, wetlandy areas, and then like a whole shit ton of like deserty areas. Yeah.
And the lighting is just amazing. I kind of wish like they would make an actual game, like not a racing game, but like they would populate the maps with something you can get out your car and do something else, like build an actual game around the mechanics of Forza.
I will say
kind of like they did GTA Midnight Club.
I will say that I saw the trailer. I saw they were doing like a playing of what's the fucking game called, Gran Turismo Sport. It looks like the frame rate looks kind of wonky.
Speaking
the
of a
racing
passing of
looks
a torch,
weird. Like Jesus, like
Gran
I
Turismo
see
was
Forza,
like
and I'm just like
and they do this
drooling.
every year.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo used to be like the standard.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Madden of car games.
It was a Madden of simulation racer because there was no other simulation racer on the market.
Not like that.
No. If you,
I mean, you had Project Gotham.
Oh no, the Project Gotham was like garbage compared to.
I mean,
Gran
yeah.
Turismo. But no, if you wanted to get into simulation racing, you had to have a PC. You had to have a PC. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You wanted to play a simulation racing game by PC, and you could play like all these awesome simulation racing games. Like I think Colin McRae was a really good like rally game. They had a bunch of like F1 games for yeah. They had a bunch of F1 games for PC. That's what you played on. You played on PC, and then Gran Turismo was like, well, we're still here. And then when they had the issues with 5, because
that's kind of when they really.
Yeah,
but, I mean, they took a console generation to make this game, though.
Well, in my opinion, 3 is hands down the best they've done with Gran Turismo. Period. 4 wasn't half bad.
And then they did like They took so long to make the game that they just put out something.
5 was just, when they finally released the actual game.
Yeah.
It was rough
Not
because
they
they took too long. All of the
it begged for a console generation.
Yeah. Well, all of the stock cars in the game had like bad textures. Like they were just like covering it with like a skin. Like they had the car textures and then they covered it with the skin. You can see it around like the windows and stuff like that. All of the like the supercars, like all like your F1 vehicles, your NASCAR vehicles, all of the like high class, high performance vehicles had good textures. They looked like beautiful and perfect. But then you look at the racetracks, they had like friggin' dude.
Jagged.
When you have a tree in the background that is a flat image on another
3D.
Flat image going the opposite direction,
3D. It looks
like connected, intersecting each other.
Cruising USA.
Yeah, it was like you have no
a deep
excuse
cut.
for that. Yeah,
That's a
you
deep
have
cut.
no excuse. This is on the PlayStation 3. You guys have no excuse for this.
When
But then
you've
again, then
been
they say
making the
that
game since
well,
PS.
well, then you have the excuse that the PS3 was really hard to program for. So and 6 flew so far under the radar.
Which is not even a exaggeration.
No,
that cell processor didn't.
Yeah,
they bet on the wrong horse.
And then 6.
But by then you had Forza, so everybody's kind of just like
6 like flew so far on the radar, it was ridiculous. And now we have the PS4, and I'm looking at Gran Turismo Sport, and I'm just like, this game looks bad. Like not bad. Like it looks like it handles well. Frame rate looks a little off. Graphically, it looks good, but because of the frame rate issues that I see when I'm looking at it, like it just doesn't feel right.
And this was the standard.
Yeah,
That's
this
the thing.
was the standard.
It's like how the game has fell from grace.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, but it's passing another torch. You know what I mean.
But this isn't Gran Turismo 7. This is Gran Turismo Sport. So maybe they're
Exactly.
putting all of their effort towards Gran Turismo Sport.
I mean, but I feel like Forza Horizon looks better than Forza 6.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like it's like the stopgap in the, you know, sometimes there's like is the game, then there's a stopgap, and then there's the they use the same engine and everything for the stopgap game, and then they like really blow you away with Forza the next one.
I can't even say that Horizon, even from the first Horizon, was like a stopgap game.
But it didn't.
Just for the way that still they try to do the whole like it's kind of arcadey.
But yeah, it was kind of. But I feel like it lacked the polish of Forza 5, but it was as entertaining.
By Forza Horizon 2, that went out the window.
Yeah.
By Forza Horizon 2,
It's
that
just
I could say the first Forza Horizon.
It's an open world driving game.
Yeah, I could say
it's crazy.
I could say that Forza Horizon 1 was a stopgap game. I could definitely say that for that.
Yeah.
One. But even then, it still looked really, really good.
Yeah.
And then Forza Horizon 2 came out, and it's like, holy shit, what the fuck you guys doing? Like this,
Yeah,
this is Forza.
and
This is
the
like regular Forza.
The DLC I was playing with the Fast and Furious.
Yep.
That was crazy.
And then Forza 6 came out. It's like, holy shit, my eyes can't handle such like beautiful graphics and just the way handling
Forza
and looks
Horizon
good.
3 is like,
And then Forza Horizon 3 is just like, oh yeah, you remember that stuff that we did in Forza 6? We're doing the same thing, a little bit better and open world. Get on it. And it's like,
yeah, it's definitely not a stop.
I feel like I like racing. I like simulation racing games, but I don't like playing.
I'm not a great fan of them.
I don't like simulation racing games without a steering wheel. I feel like I am like going to like a fancy restaurant and like not knowing how you're supposed to eat at a fancy restaurant. That's how I feel like if I play with a controller for Forza.
Some people feel when they play fighting games without a fight stick.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like I'm disgracing this game right now if I don't play it with the steering wheel.
I understand, but the thing about, because I'm not a big simulation or driving game fan at all. Besides,
I like simulation racing
the burnouts and everything like that.
I like simulation racing games a little bit more than I like other racing games. So don't get me wrong.
The burnouts
like,
and everything.
I will play Burnout till I can't play Burnout anymore.
Yeah,
I played the hell out of Burnout,
but for speeds and
but
stuff
I treat Burnout like it's just a regular whatever racing game.
Mm-hmm.
So I play with it with the controller and just have fun with it that way.
Yeah.
I know how to like drive and stuff with the controller, but like that I feel like with simulation racing games,
especially
it's like
that are close to life and everything.
Yeah, it's like that feeling.
It's something about Forza Horizon. I don't know if it's the story or the situations they put you in to race. Mm-hmm. It just it makes me want to see what the next thing is.
Yeah, it's just that feeling of like I'm driving this epic car. Like,
yeah,
it's got to be cockpit view, freaking driving. It's like, oh my god, and just thinking about.
They said that the when you're playing now, the raindrop pellets that hit the car, they now slide.
Oh,
so like,
dude, I'm imagining playing like if they had like a oh my god, can you imagine what this would be like with freaking HoloLens?
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm already thinking about like Gran Turismo Sport. I'm kind of like I really would like to play VR with the Gran Turismo Sport, so I can be like feeling like if I have like a steering wheel and I'm like playing like with just the steering wheel and the shifter and stuff like that. Just driving like that with the VR stuff, I can look around to see like tell where stuff is like at and everything like that. But like the HoloLens or like
the AR shit,
the AR stuff, or even like some kind of like VR thing for the Xbox
Oculus
One, or like
Oculus
Oculus
is going to be the VR for
Oculus for Forza.
Oculus is already paired with the Xbox One controller for PC, and basically Microsoft's like, we're not even gonna we didn't jump on VR when we were supposed to. Yeah. So we're just gonna let Oculus be our thing because they're better than us and they got Facebook money. Yeah. And we're gonna do it.
Like, dude.
It'll be more expensive though.
Oculus for Forza friggin' Horizon 3. In the cockpit, looking around, making sure I'm checking my curves and stuff like that, making sure I'm like putting the wheel right where I want it to be,
or even driving a European car on the wrong side.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but they were showing it, and I noticed it when I went back and played the demo. Basically, like you're in the cockpit and you got the windshield wipers going right, and they're like, unlike last year and whatever, like
it was just like droplets. It
was droplets. Yeah. But you didn't really notice it because it's droplets. But now like the droplets slide to the side of the car and off the side of the other window too, and go back.
Dude, that's man. I do declare, I believe I've caught a case of the vapors.
And
oh my god,
let's not even talk about the puddles, because the puddles.
Oh, the puddles look. Like each track in the game, they have like specifically made it just like every track. That the real life counterparts. I was playing,
and I spun out and everything.
They made. I
had the coolest Tron model on my car. I was driving this Audi and I was playing this race and stuff. And like this puddle, like I was just thinking, like, oh, it's water puddle. I don't care about that. And I like went into it and tried to brake and then just smashed on the wall. It was crazy.
The little tiny like deformations in the track and stuff like that is to the T. Like it is, you're driving on this track.
Yeah.
It is God.
The lighting is just amazing too.
If I feel like I'd be playing like a bastardization of the version without a steering wheel and Oculus now.
Yeah.
Don't you want to play this? Don't put that in my hands. I'll be disgracing the Forza name.
And lastly, on the Blitz, there was a 15-minute demo of Metal Gear Survived, which
Why
I'm
could we
gonna
save
say
the Forza stuff for the end? Because I was happy.
because I mean we had well, we had to get the sports ball out of the way, with sports cars and everything like that. And now basically Metal Gear with
Zombies.
it's basically the Metal Gear engine.
It's zombies. That's what it is. It's the Metal Gear with zombies. But you're
But
in
it
love
look-
with it. You like it.
But okay. I might not play it just because it's in Metal Gear and I want to be supportive of the Kojima, non-Kojima.
No.
But it's basically the engine that Metal
yeah,
Gear
yeah.
has.
It's the Metal Gear 5 engine.
It's a Metal Gear 5 engine and all its toys with zombies
Yeah.
and
The
fog. Lots and lots of fog. What is it? The engine called? The Fox engine?
That's the Fox engine. Yeah. Kojima had a little something to say about
Survived.
Survive. He basically said, "It looks cool, but that's not my game. That's not my game. So don't ask me anything about it. It's not my like." I think this was at TGS. He's like, "It's not my game." So while he's showing off Death Stranding, which
Or
we
just-
could not remember the name
Or
of
just another video.
random,
Marito's naked
which
again with a baby and-
some little bit about that
which is
later.
open world.
Yeah, the
right?
open world, and there's supposedly going to be a co-op.
Crazy.
Co-op character with it, so
Still
that'd be
don't know.
interesting. So.
That doesn't explain anything.
Nothing. But anywho, he's like, this is not my game, so it's
Don't
not.
ask me.
He's like, Metal Gear was supposed to be about political espionage and or political trouble in the world and espionage and dealing with that from like the background stuff. You learned a lot about history and stuff like that. That's what Metal Gear was supposed to be. This really isn't a Metal Gear, essentially, is what he's saying.
It's a
So I'm just like,
bastardization of Metal Gear.
yeah, it's like
Basically what he's
they
saying.
took Metal Gear and then they like
What's cool right now?
cheapened it.
Zombies.
Yeah,
Maybe we can-
they cheapened
maybe
it.
we can shove zombies into the ass of Metal Gear.
And I think what hurts all of the Metal Gear fans is seeing that awesome pachinko machine with the up-res graphics of Metal Gear Solid 3, and then they're just like, oh yeah,
No remake.
yeah, that's pachinko machine. So, seeing this is like, I will admit, it looks good. I'll shit on it because
it looks like
it's Metal Gear. It's Metal Gear.
5.
It's Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh.
It looks good.
It's the Phantom Pain of zombies.
But I just like in my heart of farts.
That's where this game would be.
Yeah, it would be in my heart of farts. In my heart of hearts, I just don't feel right
Yeah, I feel
playing
dirty.
this. Yeah, it's not even
feel a
like
little
it's not
dirty.
even dirty. It's just like I love Metal Gear and I loved Metal Gear. I'm that motherfucker who would watch all the cutscenes every time.
2 hours later.
Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear 3, 4,
Sons of the
and
Patriot,
5,
yeah.
which didn't have that many
Cutscenes.
cutscenes in them.
Which I still haven't gotten through the whole fucking. I haven't even gotten through the entire.
I beat everything, but I got a platinum in the game, which isn't that hard.
I haven't turned on the Phantom Pain. I'm still on
Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes.
Oh my God! Just hurry up and beat it. It's like 3 seconds long. You just
But I beat the main mission. I'm doing all the other stuff now.
you don't really got to. There's no
I mean,
point in it.
but I heard you do for to get stuff.
You get
unlock
extra stuff that's not really that important in Metal Gear.
Well, I'm going through it anyway.
Just hurry up. Even all those things are really like quick to beat. There's only like 5
I
of them.
really don't play Metal Gear, so it's prepping me for the game.
Noob.
It really noob.
Noob.
Give me some Splinter Cell though. We'll have a different story.
Which Splinter Cell? Original Splinter Cell, or when they revamped it as Conviction, and then the subsequent Blacklist game.
I haven't gone through all the Blacklist. I'm going through Blacklist right now.
I've beaten all of the Splinter Cell games.
The only Splinter Cell that I did not like was Double Agent.
Really? I beat both versions of Double Agent. I beat both versions of Double Agent. I beat the PS2 version, which is different from the next gen version at the time, which was the Xbox 360 and the PS4 version, or PS3 version, and I beat the Xbox 360 version.
I beat 1, 2, 3 is my favorite.
That was Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory was really fucking
Chaos Theory
good.
is my favorite.
Rogue Agent.
Double
Rogue
Agent.
Agent did you play? Which Double Agent did you play?
For 360.
Okay. The 360. Okay, I put it like this.
I stopped playing it midway.
I put it to you like this. The Double Agent for PS2
Mhm.
is like, you think the Double Agent for 360 is bad? Play the PS2 version of Double Agent. Play the PS2 version of Double Agent.
I was like, I don't like this.
Dear God,
It's the only one I didn't finish.
I enjoyed because I played a inferior version of it, because even they tweaked the story a little bit, because they wanted, you want the actual retcon story,
Yeah.
you have to play it on the
PS2.
on the 360
Oh,
or
360, okay, yeah.
360 and the PS3. You have to play it there, and I was just kind of like, I don't have one of those right now, so I want this one. And I played it, I was like, this game's bad, and then I played the 360, and I'm like, this is actually really cool. I'm enjoying it. It felt like the one for PS2 felt like Splinter Cell, but it felt like a lot more down res than
Yeah.
Chaos Theory did. And then
Chaos Theory is just amazing.
even
though it was on the original Xbox, I was just like,
then
amazing.
the up-res version for 360 just felt so much better.
Yes, I seen it as
It
I didn't
felt
play
so
that
much
one.
better.
Like, I was just like, I don't like this. From going from the Chaos Theory to Double Agent, I felt like a step back was taken.
And I played Conviction was
Conviction, I loved.
too easy.
Yes, but
No, like
I loved it.
I beat it in one night. Like, I bought it because I'm like, oh my God. I played it on the hardest difficulty.
It was easy.
5 hours I beat the game.
It was easy. But it was a really good game.
I give it a good game, as in, like, it's fun, kind of fun to play.
Like the
But
fun to play.
it
The
didn't-
story.
it didn't- the
Unlike
story's good.
unlike Double Agent, Double Agent, you were pretending to be a double agent.
Yeah.
But this was like you were
Well,
really
you
out.
could just decide how you want to
Yeah.
do it.
But and Conviction, you were out.
And you could do whatever you want,
And then
which
you
was you can't pass to the next part unless you kill everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And I killed
And
everybody.
it's like my daughter.
Dude.
And then you had the mark and execute thing, and like,
I beat that
and then
game.
you were in Afghanistan for the one part.
Yep.
And then at the end, the guy's telling the story.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and
Wow.
he's like, well, he's like, y'all are fucked.
Yeah, he's just like, shit.
He's
Yep,
like-
he's here right now.
He's like, I'm good. I warned you, but you guys are fucked.
Yeah, you guys are dead now. Yeah, I beat
And
that.
it ends like on a president's like lawn
Yeah.
at the front desk or something.
No in
Oval
the
Office or whatever?
no it was in the White House.
In the
It was
White
in the
House,
White House. I beat that game literally on the hardest difficulty.
I admit, it was easy.
In one night.
It was easy.
Then Blacklist, I beat that on the hardest difficulty, but it took me a little bit longer because it was a little bit more meaty of the game.
I haven't gotten through Blacklist.
The whole in that one you don't have to kill everybody. You can actually play it like old school Splinter Cell in a way.
You're the
Leader of
double
fourth
echelon.
echelon. Excuse you.
Because
God.
like the black guy dies or something. Right
He
there.
dies in Double Agent.
Double
You kill him in Double Agent
'Cause
to keep your cover.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's what he would have wanted.
Yeah. So, in Blacklist, you can go bypass parts and stuff like. But I beat that one on the hardest difficulty, because I love stealth games. So that's how I love
Yeah.
stealth games. I beat that on the hardest difficulty, and I was just like, that was good, but that was it.
I mean,
That was it.
I probably never have him. We pretty much bookended Metal Gear Survived. I mean, let's be honest, nothing to talk about. But the three Splinter Cell moments I will never forget. The end of Splinter Cell 1.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
smoke pellet bomb and you fucking
just-
take everybody
you're
out
just,
and everything.
Just taking everybody.
It was-
That is because near the end of the game they had like the counter Splinter Cells that were like.
and like you're in like this hot tub place or something like.
It was like a Turkish bath.
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
For me, this is gonna be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Splinter Cell 1, where you shoot out your first light.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like it's
so satisfying.
It's like
It's satisfying.
and you're in this back alley. You climb into the whatever the case is. And
Yep.
You get into the door and then you have like this little silence meter or whatever the case is.
Have a silence meter. Or you have the
Your gun,
the shadow meter.
Yeah.
The cell whether you're able to be whether you're visible or
And you
not.
first like sneak in and everything. And you get your goggles on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that first light you shoot out, you're like, holy shit, this is something new.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when I was like, this is something new.
The first, I think one that I can actually remember is I think it was the Pandora Tomorrow's final boss was hard as balls.
It was hard to boss.
Because they could see you and everything, and you had to like do everything perfect. You couldn't see properly because they're smoking around.
And Pandora Tomorrow was the first time you were like in the daylight.
Yeah,
too.
there was a lot of daylight missions, which was really. Seeing them redo a lot of the moments and or redo a lot of the visuals for Sam in Splinter Cell 3 Chaos Theory, where like when he's creeping on the person, he'll reach for his like knife and then be like he'll go it's so good.
For Chaos Theory, there's just so many good things about Chaos Theory. You hanging from a ledge and then pushing the guy off.
Just pull him off. Oh my god!
Hiding the guy
oh no! Choking somebody out from a pipe from above. You just you're dead. You just choke them out with your legs, and then you just like let them drop.
The first time in Chaos Theory where you use your knife to split a tent.
Oh my god, that was so fun! Like
take the dude
this
out.
this can happen now. Oh my god!
And it was just a knife, but it changed the whole game.
I will say that I wanted to play the original Conviction, not the Conviction that came out in theaters. I still have a magazine floating in my room of the original Conviction.
Conviction, I mean, besides Mark and Execute and everything like that, because I really did like what they ended up calling ghosting.
Yeah,
ghosting it. And
well, they have like a last known position.
Yeah,
last known position.
But the interrogation in Conviction.
The first interrogation
in the bathroom
when you're fucking beating the shit. I was just about to talk about that.
Holy shit!
Or the one that really stuck out in my mind was when you're interrogating the guy outside of like the steel mill or whatever like that, and he attacks you with a knife. He slashes at you, just twist, and stab his hand, and you stab the knife through his hand into the thing. He's like, "Let's have a talk." I'm like, I will always think that Michael Ironside is Sam Fisher.
Yeah,
but because that was Sam Fisher voice. Yeah. But the new guy that they got for Blacklist was all right. But whenever he's talking to Sarah, his daughter, it's like he's talking to his wife. It feels like he's talking to his wife, not his daughter. Like, I'll see you home when I get there, baby girl, or Hunter, or whatever like that. And I'm just like, your voice, though you're trying to do like the gruff, I'm like, what? But then again, Sam Fisher after Double Agent has been getting progressively younger.
Yeah, it's
like
weird. Very weird.
In Double Agent,
he was
like
old in fucking the first Splinter Cell.
In first Splinter Cell, he was like in his late 40s.
Yeah,
and then like by Double Agent, he was like in his
60s.
his early he was in his early 50s. Okay. And Conviction and Blacklist, he's in his 60s. All right,
and bigger than he's ever
Blacklist and Double Agent, he looks old. Like he looks like he's putting on some age. Then like Conviction, like originally with Conviction, he was gonna look like he's got a beard now, longer hair. And then they were like, no, we're going to redo it. And you look at him again, he still has the same Michael Ironside voice. Yeah. But he's like, what the hell? It's like gray haired. Yeah. Like, I will put him maybe at his early 40s. With his like 20-something-year-old daughter. Like mid-20s, early 30s daughter.
Makes no sense.
And then they change his voice for Blacklist. And it's just like, he looks even younger in Blacklist, and it's like this is farther in the future, and this is my daughter that I'm talking to, who's now in her like 30s,
and is older than you
and I look like I should be married to my daughter essentially, like, and they did the same thing with Grimm.
Yeah, Grimm.
Grimm in the original one, she was like this, almost like kind of like a librarian looking chick, and then
by Conviction she's fucking.
And Conviction, she's like guy? Super hot, like redhead, fucking sexy chick. Yeah, like, and then in Blacklist, she's working with you in Blacklist. Yeah. She's still like this super hot redhead, like gorgeous, like it's so weird, so weird.
My favorite part of 3 that sticks out is a kind of weird part. You're in the camp. Thinking through the camp or whatever, and you go down this like ramp, and they're torturing this guy with like electrocution, like they're like with like this like I guess they're like, I got a car battery and some pliers or whatever, and they're like, and you're just sitting there watching. He's like, I don't know anything, and he's just sitting there and just like lifeless and everything like that. And then once they leave, you can fight them or whatever and kill them.
Yeah,
but you don't.
Yeah, you don't have to.
And then, it's his like lifeless body just sizzling there.
Yeah. Oh God. So
Good
good.
times, good times.
So good. So good.
Bring it back, y'all. Bring it back.
Bring back the good.
Shout out to my man.
Keep on asking me, what's your swag sign? What's your swag sign? What's your swag sign?
All right, so I was. I'm not even gonna say what I was doing. I came to an epiphany. I'm breaking up with myself.
What?
That's right. I'm no more hand for me. I am not.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
I am talking about what you think I'm talking about. I am done jacking off. I am done beating it. No more beating my meat. I'm being abstinent from myself. It's a personal choice.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm gonna regret asking this next question though. I'm already regretting it now, but I have to ask, why?
I don't know, man. I think I wanna if a lot of people gonna judge me for beating meat, fuck y'all. Beat your meat too. At some point in your life, I suppose. But I feel like I'm losing some of my anger. Like I feel like I'm losing some of my like aggressive like
Because I know
testosterone-ness.
Because that's just probably because you're getting like older.
I know, which is why
as you get older, for guys, our testosterone.
I know, but you know how they'll say like
drop a
before you go on a date, like older people will tell you like the old players like, oh yeah, go ahead squeeze one out before you go on a date so you don't be so aggressive or whatever the case is. I feel like I'm losing that, and I'm getting older too, so I want to store as much of it as I can. I want to build up my hate, my testosterone, and I want to use it.
You know that you don't lose testosterone when you jerk it, right?
But I feel less.
You feel relaxed. You want to be tense when you're going into a
But no,
goddamn
like-
date situation. Just angry the entire time. Bitch, hurry up and order your food.
No, but
I'm
like-
going to talk to you right now.
but like-
I'm going to
but
fuck
like-
the shit out of you tonight. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
on the
Yeah,
table.
like-
like just
Yeah.
you're in a nice
Yeah.
restaurant. Just
Yeah.
fucking just staring at it. Just like,
She's like, oh my god, he's a fucking animal.
what's
Because like
wrong?
when I like okay,
I'm gonna fuck you
Every
so
girl-
hard.
I ain't gonna-
You're gonna wish I not fucked you so hard. Did she go,
It's-
what?
full disclosure, I beat it more when I'm in a relationship than when I'm not.
That's just because usually when people are in relationships, they get less sex
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of it, but it's still.
after a longer period of time. In the
Yeah.
beginning, it's just like fucking all the
But
time.
even
and then
even when
they're
it's even
they
when
start
it's
tapering off.
I take so long to get it, so I most time have to self-satisfy anyway, because you know the girl has to go to work or it's been 3 hours, whatever the case is. You understand? So what I'm talking,
I suppose.
but what I'm saying is like I feel like I'm like especially lately, right?
Mhm.
I just been there's opportunities that I could have talked to a female or like gotten some shown, as they say back in the day, some ass, and I just kind of passed it up. I was like, for no particular reason, because I just wasn't into it.
Were you not into the person?
No, the person would have been fine. I would have definitely smashed, but I just was kind of like, whatever.
Is Red K changing again?
I mean, no, I think I've just been jerking it too much, man.
Jerking it so much you just become complacent.
You're laughing, man. But this is a conversation I literally had with myself, man.
I'm laughing because I'm trying not to let that seed plant itself into my mind. Like maybe I'm jerking it too
Yeah,
much.
I'm
Maybe I'm jerking it a bit too much.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I've become
thinking-
complacent now.
But
like,
I've been good for like a good, you know what I'm saying, like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, and like I feel like my animal, like, you know, like I got more energy. Like it's like a health commercial. I'm riding bikes. I'm in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
ever since I stopped beating off, I've had all the time in the world to just be as
like-
aggressive as I want to anything. All the excess energy that I
Like-
would have burnt by jacking off,
like-
I am now using to
No.
bicycle more, and it's been helping me get in shape.
But you know, like females I'd have been like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. That's not my type right there. I'm kind of like, I mean, she ain't ugly. Nah, I'm kind of getting my like animalistic back. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like you want to fuck everything. I mean, I don't want to fuck everything because you know I'm not 16 anymore. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, like girls who I probably would, like I was in the gym today, and this little booty girl was like on the stepper or whatever the case
Little
is.
booty girl.
Little booty girl, not really even that cute, you know, but she was sweating.
Damn.
But she was like,
We here at Bessie / Wollie Mopped Gaming, we do not condone the fact of calling you little ugly girl.
Hey,
apparently,
little booties
ugly.
matter. Little booties matter. All booties don't matter, but little booties matter. In any case, right? in any case, but I'm saying like she was just a normal looking girl. It was nothing really special about her, you know what I'm saying? As far as like looks, I mean, she was sweating and everything like that. She was pretty decent size, little booty, not really my type, white girl. And I was kind of like, she's sweating though. You know, she had like a little towel and everything, and she was like on the stairmaster and everything.
Animalistic shit.
And I was like, yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I'd have been like, get your little booty ass out my face. You know what I'm saying? But like now I'm kind of like more, I got more of my like.
You're building it back. You're building it up. You're building.
I got more of my hate back. You know, more of the hate.
That's hate. I think
don't know what it is.
See, you're calling it hate.
I don't know.
I don't want to think about it that way.
But I mean, like my balls are full now. You know.
Yeah, it's that like urge. And you just constantly releasing the urge. You don't have it. That's why
urge, yeah, like
that's why I jack off.
Urge is back.
I don't want the urge. And
I want the urge back, man.
Urge makes me do stupid things.
I don't
think properly with that urge. I can go up to a hot girl, and I mean, my type. I don't know if really I have a type yet. I don't have. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I can go up to them and be like, oh yeah, and I could treat them just like I would talk to like any person, and they would they're just like. I am hot today, right?
Am I hot?
Yeah, and I'm just like, you're pretty, but I need you to do this.
I had that happen in a books meme, like, cause my secret nerd thing to do, I mean, besides everything else I do, is go to freaking like Barnes and Nobles and Books Meme and just like spend like hours in there, just like reading shit. So, anyways, right? You know what I'm reading is probably some crazy shit, but I'm in there just reading and stuff, right? So I'm in there reading, and this girl comes by me, and she's like, hey, like, oh my god, you like this book? I'm like, oh yeah, I like the book too, it's really cool. She's like, oh, where you from? I'm like, I'm from New Orleans, we're talking and everything. I was like, yeah, well, you know, shit, you can go ahead and read this one, it's really good and everything. And she was like, oh, thank you. I was like, all right, cool.
She's like, hint.
I go back to the book.
And the most non-Red K thing you could do, you go back to the book.
I go back to the book. I'm like, and she's like,
at that point, I would have looked at you like, are you all right, man?
Like, and like, she's
you
like,
good? You want to talk?
And she's just sitting there, and I'm like, and she's like, so trying to make convo with me, and I look up like, yeah, sure, like, and I'm like giving her one word answers, going back. She's like, do I not have it anymore? Am I like not cute? Like, what's going on? Like,
did she actually ask that?
She asked that.
Holy shit!
It happened. And she was like, have I lost it? Like, do I not have it anymore?
You just broke the girl.
And I was.
God damn! Like, you made her like she must have been having like a string of just bad like encounters, and she just like this was just the last straw. She just the straw that broke the camel's back. And she's like, I can't. I need to know.
And now I'm trying to like save. I'm like, no, you're fine. And she's like,
reading the fuck out of you. Like,
she's like,
no, don't fucking lie to me.
She's like, oh my god. And I just want to go store my book and hide.
You're like, oh god, this is not what I signed up for. See, for all you people who don't want to have to deal with that shit, see, I exude it from myself. I exude this thing of just like, I'm gonna try, but this guy's just weird, so I'm just gonna walk away. I'm a machine, so to speak. So
machine versus the robot. I got you.
Just what you need to do is, if you want a girl, or you want to be angry, I guess you want to call it. Don't jack off for a while.
Yeah, the urge.
You want that urge? Don't jack off. If you want to be a smart individual who treats women like they are just another person, jack off all the time.
Yeah.
Beat your meat until you can't beat it anymore.
That's
and
submission.
Then you too will have learned the lone wolf way.
Yeah, but yeah. Long story short, don't beat your meat if you want to keep that urge.
Or beat it if you don't.
Giggity.